For the people who don't want to marry your partner, why would you not get married if you have been with them a long time and things are going well? If one is receiving death benefits from deceased marriage partner, marriage would stop death benefits. Some people don't want government recognition of their partnership. We have both been married before. I'm curious to hear, to you, what is the added value of being married? If you plan on living with them and staying with them forever, why not just go ahead and get married since you are acting married? If you don't plan on getting in an accident, why buy insurance? Exiting a relationship is much easier if you aren't married. If one of you does want to leave, I don't want it to be more complicated than it needs to be. As a man in a long-term partnership, let me offer the devil's advocate. There are some reasons to get married, but they are niche. Like if you or your partner is wealthy, it is likely better to get married and have a purpose nub. Beyond tax benefits, there are reasons that a stay-at-home parent would want some security that the provider can't just leave them high and dry. Also, non-BO kids can be more secure in a marriage when the non-BO parent is an active primary caregiver. Personally, I have watched it go wrong too many times and have a beautiful family without official recognition, but I respect people who want it. Why is marrying the default position? Seems like you should be convincing us why we need to get married in the first place. I don't need an expensive-ass ceremony to justify my sexual activities to some deity. I'm gay, never expected to have marriage rights in my lifetime, and my partner and I have been together so long already that marriage seems unnecessary. We tell people we're married, but in reality we aren't, and I really don't want a wedding or party. I saw what my brother had to deal with, families who don't get along, everyone's annoying opinions, huge expense doesn't seem worth it to me. Different counties have different rules. Sweden, for instance, has tons of laws protecting couples in domestic partnerships. Marriage rate is low and not really needed in comparison for more religious countries that doesn't protect people that aren't married. Divorce is time-consuming and expensive, and most people just don't stay together forever these days. 12 years here and no marriage ever. Because there isn't a need to. They are happy as they are. As someone on disability in the USA, poverty angle, SSDI depends on the source of your work credits. If you use your parents' work history or were previously married and used your then spouse's work history for your SSDI calculations, you lose your SSDI when you get married. If you were able to work and then lost the ability to and applied with only your work history, you keep that so long as you don't work again. SSI is based off household income, so is a bit more complicated. But if you are both disabled, you still get more filling out paperwork as roommates splitting bills than married yerk. The poverty cliff is no joke, either. It's terrifying how you earn a few dollars too much and suddenly living expenses are twice as much as you were paid. The primary reason to get married is to establish who has the right to make decisions for you in a health crisis end of life situation, especially if you have a bad relationship with your family. Well, the primary reason would be that we believe people's emotions and desires are fluid and don't feel the need to commit to each other for life. We're together now, we have no interest in parting at the moment, but we both know that may not be how we feel forever, and we are fine with that. It's something that if we got older or one of us got diagnosed with a terminal illness or all other family died before us, we would probably consider it purely for the legal recognition in hospital state matters, but at the moment, not really interested. I straight up don't believe in the wedding vows or religious beliefs that come parceled with the idea of marriage. It's all based in a religion I don't ascribe to, inlaid with values based on a previous century and a social system we no longer have. My partner and I got a civil partnership for the legal benefits, and didn't bother with any kind of ceremony, rings etc. I dislike that we needed one at all, and I hate that the same benefits aren't extended to people in other kinds of long-term partnerships outside of romantic. It's insane that long-term financial health is tied to who you want to have sex with. Ace people, poly people, queer people of all kinds are left out in the cold. The entire system needs an overhaul. My partner and I are poly and open to a third or even more in our relationship, but marriage can't be shared with more than one partner, and we wouldn't want anyone to feel like they could never have an equal place in the relationship. I used to believe in marriage 100. Now I can see why people don't trust finances and or not believing in the idea of marriage. It legally links you to someone else. My mom got married for about $150, simple island wedding. The divorce took 2 years and cost her about $80,000 and a ton of stress. They were married 17 years and it was messy. Personally, I'm not completely against marriage, but I also don't need the government involved in my relationship. We both own our own properties, which could complicate things if we ever split. Neither of us are traditional, we don't want kids, and we don't particularly enjoy weddings, so my question would be, why get married if you have no desire to? One answer I haven't seen here is, because weddings are a hassle. Sometimes there is a large extended family who will expect to be invited, and who would then get very drunk and have arguments. Not me in that situation, but someone I know.